Hello friends. Today's topic is simultaneous election. Recently Prime Minister has raised his concern to hold the simultaneous election for Lok Sabha and all state legislative assembly. What do you mean by simultaneous election? Simultaneous election means conducting the election both for Lok Sabha and state legislative assembly at the same time. It doesn't mean that voting will happen across the country both for Lok Sabha and state legislative assembly on a single day. It means that a voter for a particular constituency can vote for both Lok Sabha and state legislative assembly on the same day. It will be conducted in a phased manner. However, simultaneous election is not a new concept for India because until the 1967 it was in practice, but due to dissolution of some state legislative assembly in 1968 and 1969 and that of Lok Sabha in 1970, and this practice has been abandoned, and from that time separate elections are being held in the country. But in the year of 1983, Election Commission of India has recommended to hold the simultaneous election. Later, it is also referred by the Law Commission and Niti Aayog. Now we will look at the arguments which are in favor of simultaneous election. First is policy paralysis. We know that model code of conduct is imposed when the when they when any election is going to be held in the country. Either it could be a Lok Sabha election or it could be a state legislative assembly. Model code of conduct is in operation from the date of release of election schedule till the date of declaration of election result. So in this period government has no right to launch any new welfare scheme or any development program or any capital projects. Neither government has any finances to support these programs, because as we know that government table the budget in parliament in the month of February. Generally it happens, and what happens in election that election for Lok Sabha generally happens in the month of April and April to June. So for only for 2 to 3 months the partial amount is sanctioned by the Lok Sabha, and for the state assembly also it happens. But the whole budget is not passed by the parliament or the state legislative assembly. So neither the government has the power nor it has the finances to support the new schemes. Thus government is paralyzed in this model code of conduct period. So if frequent elections are being held, then these mm, then government is paralyzed again and again. Next is huge expenditure. Political party and individual candidate conduct rallies, run campaign, publish pamphlets to win the election, and these activities are repeated again and again to win the election. If there is frequent election, then these activities will be repeated, and hence they will incur the huge cost, and it, it is the key driver corruption in the corruption and generation of black money. Next is in engagement of security forces. To conduct free and fair election, deployment of security forces are necessary. But when there are frequent election, then frequent deployment of security forces will be necessary. So there will be the waste of time of these security forces. If there is simultaneous election for the whole country, then for only one time these security forces will be deployed, and for other time their time could be used for other purposes like internal security purpose. Next is disrupting public life. Frequent elections lead to disruption of normal public life and impact the functioning of essential services. So simultaneous elections are held in this period of disruption would be limited to a certain predetermined period of time. Next is impact on social fabric. As we know that election is a polarizing event, candidate seeks vote from the public in the name of caste, community, religion. So if there is a frequent election, then this polarizing event will divide the society again and again, and will impact the society in a negative way. Next is focus on populist measure. Mm, Frequent election will impact the focus of governance and policy making, as it forces the political classes to typically think in terms of immediate electoral gains rather than focus on long term programs and policies. Impact on voter turnout. According to Law Commission report, simultaneous polls will boost voter turnout. Now we will look at the arguments which are against the holding the simultaneous election. First is operational feasibility. For holding and conducting such a large scale election, we require huge amount of money, machine and man. So it would not be feasible and easy for Election Commission of India to conduct election on such a large scale. Next is constitutional issues. For holding the simultaneous election, we require amendments in the Representation of People Act 1951, and if these amendments are done, then ratification by the state to these constitutional amendments. Uh, it is also required to curtail or extend the tenure of House of Lok Sabha or State Legislative Assembly. For example, if the tenure of House of People or State Legislative Assembly is being completed in the year of 2022, and simultaneous election is going to be held in the year of 2023, then 1 year extension will be given to the House of People or State Legislative Assembly. In the same way, if 1 year before the election is going to be held, before the tenure is completed, then there will be curtailment of tenure of House of People or State Legislative Assembly. Next is national and state issues are different, and holding simultaneous election may affect the judgment because it affect the judgment of voters, and he or she may vote for the same political party, which in most cases may be larger national parties. Next is reduce government accountability to people. What happens when the election is going to be held? The candidate will come in front of public, will make a commitment, will make certain promises to the public, and will act accordingly if he or she wins. But when there is one simultaneous election, then interaction between the public and the candidate will be less and will be reduced to only one or two times. Thus the accountability of candidate and accountability of leader is reduced before the public. Next is it can go against federalism. Federalism means independence of union and state. But what happens if there is a simultaneous election? Eh, and if there is no government, if there is simultaneous election, then there could be president rule that could be imposed in a state. President is representative of nation, and it is a unitary feature. So if there is if there is an imposition of president rule in a state, then it is the destruction of federalism. Next is homogenization of the country. Because India is a diverse country, it supports and sustains the plurality, supports the bring supports and bring equity, promote the local and regional leadership, but simultaneous election will promote national parties only. Next we will look at the conclusion. As we have discussed that due to frequent election, huge expenditure is incurred, and due to policy paralysis in the period of imposition of model code of conduct, and due to the recommendation of law commission, it is recommended that simultaneous election can be held, but It is not a panacea, means ये रामबाण औषधि नहीं है. The issue which is related to frequent election can be addressed by curbing the poll expenditure, by electoral funding reforms, and bringing political parties under RTI. However, the effect of model code of conduct can be addressed by liberalizing the restriction and which are under the model code of conduct. So that's it. Thank you.